Hi Pisces, Bailey B here with another intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious and see what's going on. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about, and I hope you can use that information to lead you to more safety and more fulfillment. I want you to check in with your own intuition to see what's resonating with you, and keep what is resonating, leave what is not. I am going to do a general reading today. We've been working on things that are more in the future, like maybe, a month out or so. So I want to ask specifically about what's going on in the next 2 days with us Pisces. I've got the Krans Spirit Animal deck here. I've got the Cosma Visions Guide from James R. Eads, and then just a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So thank you to everyone who's liked the videos, subscribed to the channel, and given tips. I really appreciate you all. And also, if you're one of my first 500 subscribers, you're entered to win a chance at a free 60-minute reading with me. So I'm looking forward to meeting one of you. Let's get some spirit animal energy out for Pisces for the next 2 days. What channels do Pisces need to focus on? What spirit animals do we need to take our cue from the next 2 days? All right. We have the stingray and the beaver. So let's see what we got going on for those guys. Also wanted to mention before we read those that I'm going to give away a free reading to one of the people who commented on the love reading from a few days ago. It has reached 50 comments, and I promised that I would give away a free reading to a subscriber who has commented on that video. So stay tuned. In the next reading, I'll be announcing whoever has won that. All right, for the stingray energy, we have developing confidence, a sense of self, or a spine. So this is what we're being called to do in the next 2 days, Pisces. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again, as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So here it is saying that we are being called to grow that spine, to develop that really strong sense of self, regardless of what the people around us are saying right now about us, Pisces, because it is inevitable that this choice will keep coming around again and again until we make the one that is in alignment with our purpose here. So these are both water energies. Let's see what the beaver says. So the beaver is hard worker, very loyal and tireless, and always puts family first. This is definitely us, Pisces. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family, and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home or financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they will work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term, steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga or selfless service. So here's this energy that we are best in, Pisces, this energy of being loyal to our family, nurturing others, and I'm seeing that this is really coming towards us and being highlighted in the next couple of days. And what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is that a lot of times those of us who are givers and who are really enthusiastic about working really hard to bring something to fruition often don't grow that spine and those boundaries and the ability to self-express in the way that might actually rock the boat and hurt some people around us. Not by anything we're doing, but And, you know, everyone is going to be affected in different ways by our actions and our needs and wants. So what I'm getting just at the start here is that we're being challenged to put ourselves first, because we always live in this beaver energy. No matter what, we're always thinking about those around us. But we really need to focus in the next couple of days on ourselves, because honoring ourselves will inevitably make it easier for us to love others as well. Okay, so let's pull out some of these beautiful cards. I love the spine on this. It's got the rainbow. Ooh. All right, what do we got in the next 2 days for Pisces Spirit? So far we have the crow energy, the maze energy. These are both major arcana. What else do we have for Pisces in the next 2 days, Spirit? What do you need to focus on for Pisces? Woof! The next 2 days. Alright, we got a lot coming out there. We have the Weaver on the back of the deck, which is a court card. We have, let's see, the Four of Trees, the Ace of Birds, the Two of Birds reversed, and the Five of Embers reversed. So let's organize this a little bit. I'll get out the book to read The Crow and the Maze, because the wisdom that the author has with this particular deck is hard to match. Okay. Right, so first off we have the Crow card, and the mirror card to the Crow is the Magician. Force of creation or manifestation is represented in this card. So the Crow teaches us how to change energy into a force of creation. We learn that great things come from the Crow, but even greater things from ourselves. If you can will it, it can happen. You have called upon the Crow to manifest boundless creative energy. Let it fill you, then exhale it back into the universe. When there is something in your life that you want, meditate on it. If it doesn't already exist, create it. You will find that you naturally gravitate towards the path that will get you there. So there's a reminder that we have the power to create our own reality, and that we, especially as Pisceans, will naturally gravitate towards our path and how to get to our wants and needs. The Maze card is out here. The mirror card for the Maze is the Temperance card. This is about compromise and adjusting expectations. As you walk by another spiral in the maze, you hear a sound calling towards the center. It doesn't feel perfect, but it fits, and you've grown tired of looking. This card shows up when it's time to make a compromise. Expectations do not always meet reality, and that's just a fact of life. Sometimes the outcome is not what you were hoping for, and a compromise is in order. Take the middle road. Celebrate that you've made it out of the maze at all. So wow, this is really interesting energy, because we're being called to visualize what we want and manifest it through our actions in life, but to temper that vision and those expectations with reality, and know that if we ask the universe to bring us something, it's not always going to look exactly like we envisioned it. It might be better, you know? I think that's the part of letting go and adjusting our expectations that is important, because a lot of times we'll be blessed with more than we started with, or more than we even wished for. All right, and then we have the Four of Trees, which is the Four of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Birds, which is the Ace of Swords. We also have the Two of Birds reversed, which is the Two of Swords reversed here, and then the Five of Embers reversed, which is the Five of Wands reversed. So just right off the bat, I'm getting a sense of you feeling a little bit tight. You're feeling a little bit like you're holding on pretty strongly to a certain idea. You may have had a new epiphany, like intellectually, about your life recently, as represented by this Ace of Birds. It's sort of like this feeling of you having an instant realization about something in your life and really going towards it. But I'm seeing with the Two of Birds reversed here that you need to sort of stay out of that energy of, do I go this way? Do I go that way? And then instead of choosing, you kind of just stand still. And then especially with the Five of Embers reversed, that can represent an end to this energy where we're just in practice mode and we're constantly just sort of taking precautions to shape, what we might think happen in the future. But I think reverse, it asks us to let go of the training stage and to embrace actual action, right? So right away, there's a sense of balance between action in the real world and knowing and defining exactly what it is that you want, and then also letting go and being able to trust the universe to bring towards you what you need. With the Four of Trees here, you're definitely going to get a harvest that you deserve, but it's going to come to you in a way that you didn't think before. You haven't seen the vision yet. You've only seen your own personal truth, but I don't think that we've quite seen the future vision for ourselves yet. So we'll pull out some clarifiers to get deeper into this, but let's talk about the Weaver quickly on the back of the deck here, and what the Weaver has to say. Okay, so the Weaver energy is the mirror card to the Page of Swords. So the Weaver designs intricate tales that spin together into beautiful dances. When this card appears, it indicates that now is a good time to begin developing what you hope to manifest in the near future. The Weaver can represent a powerful mind, one that is inspiring and extraordinary. Remember to be thoughtful with what you hope to achieve. A little exaggeration makes the story sing, but be careful not to weave too tall a tale, too hard to maintain. I mean, that couldn't be more perfect advice for what we were just talking about. Being able to visualize something and weave this amazing dream into your mind, but then not, going too extravagant or too outlandish that we set expectations that will inevitably be disappointed by. And then we have the dream world popping out here, which in this particular deck is really just about our own internal vision and a place that is between the here and the there, where we can go to be creative and to think about what we do want in our life. So I'm really getting the advice here, Pisces, that we need to be meditating and visualizing what we want to come towards us. First, the Knight of Cups just popped out, so somebody might be coming towards us with some information. This might be a new offer of love, some sort of emotional confession here. This could be from a family member, like a parent coming and saying something you didn't expect them to. This could be somebody you're meeting romantically and they're like asking you out on a date. Or this could even be your subconscious bringing you a gift of knowing your own emotions that you didn't quite know before. I'm seeing here with the crow, like kind of being adjacent. If you're the magician and you're manifesting in your mind what this reality is, this could even be the universe bringing you some sort of emotional reward for doing the work of visualizing what it is that you want. All right, let's get another clarifier here for the Maze card. What do we need to focus on in the next 2 days for Pisces? All right, so the Fool card popped out. Here, clarifying the Maze energy. So the Fool is definitely somebody who's starting out on an adventure and doesn't quite know what the future is going to hold. The Maze is something where we're wandering and we're going to choose what our future is. So there's a dichotomy here between, being methodical and trying to find our way through the maze, and then being more of like a naive thinker and just kind of going for it without thinking about what it is, where it is that we might end up. So what I'm sensing here is that while we are looking for our perfect, ideal life or the things that we might want to be manifesting, we really need to hold the energy of naivete, of freedom, of a sense of adventure that comes with, being a newbie or somebody who doesn't quite have all the baggage behind them. which can be extremely freeing. I love the energy of the Fool because it frees us up to really be ourselves without all of the expectations of those around us. If we are able to embrace the energy of not knowing here with the Fool, it's going to make our climb through this maze a lot easier, because no matter what we're confronted with, we'll be able to make that compromise and embrace what life has to offer instead of being too perfectionist about it and rejecting things that aren't like exactly like we thought they were going to be, if that makes sense. All right, so let's clarify the Four of Trees here. What is coming towards us with the Four of Trees? In the next 2 days, what do we need to hold fast to or to let go of and not hold so tightly to? Oops. What do we need for the next 2 days? Getting the top card. Three of Swords. Wow. So this is a reminder to not hold too tightly to the past and to our old wounds. The heart has been stabbed here by these three gigantic swords. This is a lot of pain, suffering, crying, which leads us to, in the future, make these decisions where we're holding really tightly to our expectations, right? Because we don't want to be hurt again. We might even be rejecting things that are good for us because we're protecting ourselves. But what I'll say, Pisces, is that things don't always, like I was saying before, look exactly like we think they're going to. It's better for us to let go of those expectations and not hold so tightly to what the outcome is going to look like. And in the end, that actually does protect our heart more. When we hold too tightly to expectations, we can really hurt ourselves and others, even unknowingly. All right, so let's clarify this Ace of Birds here. That's fast. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So two aces clarifying each other, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is definitely talking about a new beginning, a new idea that you've come up with yourself. This is something that may have just, popped into your head suddenly. You may have gotten a great idea for a new financial endeavor, a new hobby, or something that will maybe bring you extra income, a new income stream. And I'm getting that like divine has sent this to you mentally, because with the Ace of Birds here, this is, like I said, a sudden thought or epiphany that you've come to, and you're seeing that there's an opportunity here for you to manifest some sort of physical wealth or stability. So this is keeping in the theme with, you're setting out, you're visualizing what it is that you want and what you're doing in the future in the next couple of days. And I think that this visualization is really important, because if we haven't already had that epiphany, that will come with that meditation time and brainstorming, if you will, what we want our future to look like. All right, so let's get it clarified for this Two of Birds reversed, or the Two of Swords reversed here. All right, the Wheel of Fortune came out. So what I'm seeing here, clarifying this Two of Swords or Two of Birds, is that we actually don't really have a choice. Usually the Two of Swords upright means that we are kind of balancing in the center of a choice or two options. And then the Two of Swords reversed, I was thinking it's like you haven't made the choice yet, but what I'm getting here with the Wheel of Fortune is that regardless of what choice we're making, it is going to be brought towards us. So there's no choice that we could make or no decision that we could make that's not going to bring this towards us. So again, I'm just getting this energy that we really need to let go and not be afraid and hold too tightly to expectations, because what is coming towards you is inevitable. It was going to come towards you no matter what. I think the practice of visualizing it first is maybe just to get us used to what our future might look like, and to get us excited about it. It's always good to live in that excitement energy and that manifestation energy. But here with the Wheel of Fortune, and even with like the stingray and the beaver up here telling us to make a stance and make that choice, because when we grow that spine, we can get ourselves there quicker, right? But again, as the stingray energy said, if you don't make that choice or move forward, make that stance or envision that thing that you want, it's going to be presented to us over and over and over again until we do make that right choice. So as the Wheel of Fortune goes around and around and around, what's being told to us here, Pisces, is that we need to change direction and follow this inspiration here with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Otherwise, we're just going to get on that wheel again and go around again, and this is going to come back up in a few months, a few years, a few weeks. But again, like, if you want to get off that wheel and you want to move forward in your life, it's time to make a stance, take that risk, make a choice, and listen to what we're being offered here, and not hold too tightly to what the outcome is going to be, but embrace the Fool energy and that newness and the unknown. Understand that this is the exciting part, Pisces. All right, so what is the Five of Wands reversed here? Let's get this last clarifier for the Five of Wands reversed. See what comes out here. One last shuffle. What is the Five of Wands reversed here in the next 2 days? Oops. Okay, so we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is a double confirmation here. Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Four of Trees, Four of Pentacles. Again, this is that energy of kind of, you've had some degree of success. You've gathered these Four of Pentacles, but you're holding on to them so tightly. You've thought about it. You've, had it come through your heart space. You've stood on this ground for a while, but the advice and the energy here is to not let it cut you off from more growth or further inspiration. This person is very set in their ways and is very, very proud of their accomplishments, but almost like in a possessive way. So when we learn to, lighten up a little bit or loosen our grip a little bit on these things that we've, really manifested in our lives, we get out of that energy of staying stagnant because we allow things to grow. We let go of the constant training and the constant, nitpicking or changing this and that. Being able to essentially say, I've done all I can, I've done my due diligence, and now I'm going to let it go so that the universe can grow it even further than I could possibly have imagined or envisioned. All right, so let's just grab out a couple more cards of advice. What can Pisces keep in mind for the next 2 days? That's going to be really important. Spirit, what else do we need to know as Pisceans for the next 2 days? More shuffle. Spirit, what do we need to know for the next couple of days? The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Wow, so a lot of mental energy here. And then the Six of Wands on the back of the deck. So the Six of Wands is what you don't see. And what this is telling you is you're headed towards victory regardless of what's happening here, Pisces. So it's okay to let go. The advice here is that you've been worrying a lot. You've been doing a lot of fretting. The Nine of Swords is like staying up at night because you're going through in your head like all the things that you need to do. But this person is covered in a blanket here that is represented by all of the zodiac signs. And especially as Pisceans, we have all of these signs in our past. We are the oldest sign in the zodiac, so the idea is that we've already been all of these other signs and we have the wisdom of all the other signs with us. So this is proof here, Pisces, that all of these worries are for naught. We have all of the success, the wisdom, and the fortitude to comfort ourselves right now and to have a restful sleep. So let's focus on that. The Knight of Swords here is telling me that we've been really exhausted, running ourselves a little ragged lately, and that the people around us are spirit animals. I'm looking at this horse here, is just like looking behind him, like, slow down. We're being called to really slow it down, really bring that energy to a more stable place and give ourselves a little break here. And I think with the Seven of Swords, we might not be like revealing this to everyone. I think we're keeping all of these worries to ourselves because we like to feel like, oh, we have all the answers, we know what's good for us. And we don't really need to talk to others, which I think is good and sometimes as a protective measure. But the advice I'm getting here is that, I think it's time to open up about what is driving us a little crazy right now. We need to find somebody that we respect to talk to, and to be able to express ourselves so we can get these worries out of our heads. Even if you don't have somebody to talk to, I think it's really good to write it down. And even if you write it down and like burn it, if you want to keep that sense of secrecy here with the Seven of Swords, that's totally your prerogative, but sometimes we can't just keep it all in. We can't be so controlled because it drives us crazy. Even if the outside is calm, on the inside, if we're too tumultuous, these things are not going to flow as freely, and we're just going to keep repeating the same cycles over and over again. But what I'm seeing here with the Six of Wands on the back of the deck and the Weaver here on the back of the deck is what we don't see is the success that we're headed towards. So keep the faith, Pisces, because this basically is just saying, no matter what we're worried about, no matter what we're doing or how we're trying so hard to fit everything in its perfect place, we don't have to worry because our fortune is coming towards us. All we're called to do is listen to our intuition, listen to those nudges that we get in our brain and our guts, and do visualizations. Be very creative with what you're manifesting in your mind, but be open to how it comes to you in real life and how it comes to you in the 3D. And this is how we, basically work smarter and not harder in life, right? We let things blossom and unfold in their own time, and we do our due diligence and put in the hard work, but then we let go and let the universe take it over, because this energy of working too hard and pushing ourselves too hard makes it worse. It makes it harder to get to where we're going. So I hope that brought you some inspiration today, Pisces. Like the video if you're enjoying this content. Subscribe to the channel and keep coming back. Like I said before, I'm going to announce the winner of the first free reading in the next video, and I'm still giving away a free reading to one of my first 500 subscribers. So if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, Pisces. And as always, I hope you live long and prosper.